if he can make the right kind of initiates to turn this thing. Now, mid one, oh man, he was kind of low mana, but then he got a pretty decent mistake, and now they're going to make their initiation onto multiple heroes, try and blow up mid one before he gets off the mana shield, and they do get him. Now a second one, Highlight Die also goes down. Puppey got to receive the shot from General here. Kezu comes in and does manage to get a turnaround kill. MP and Kezu dueling up here against 3 RMN, misses out on the crush, and they will not pursue. I mean, what about something as simple as him having mana shield?
That could have made a big difference, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was hitting tower. He could have just had the mana shield up and been good, but didn't expect that instant initiation. Now, Secret have made a smoke rotation in. They got a successful scan, but what they don't expect is NaVi are so grouped up here, may still win it anyway. The enrage goes off from Pycat, but he's kind of stuck inside the trees with a bug on top of him too. Now coiled up. All of that is going to be little Pycat down, so they managed to get that one. Mid one is going to be the target of a rotation of General once again, but this time with the mana shield up, it seems unlikely they'll be able to kill. It's always present, right? That chip damage is always there. So even though NaVi are hitting these, they're beginning to hit some of these timings for the mid game, they're still losing these towers just by simple small rotations. Nice initiation from General. A two-man call leading to the Sonic Wave. Mid one will survive through it initially, but doesn't have enough mana for the Stone Gaze, so he can't actually repel NaVi. NaVi get the opportunity to just run over whatever heroes they can. They've already picked up 2 bolt cores from Secret. Now they're looking for support as well. Puppey is dusted up. They're going to be able to get the Corrosive Haze and the call, so Puppey doesn't have a chance or a time lapse there. 3 down on the side of Secret. Another big turnaround here from NaVi.
Has been phenomenal. On these 2 initiations he's had, the timings when he's gone for them have been perfect. Hitting both the Venge and the Medusa there in that blink call was crucial. Perhaps a bit of a misplay by Secret by positioning them such that could happen, but still fantastic from General. He will go down in mid lane though. Not so fantastic. We cursed him a little bit there, but all in all, like NaVi, these team fights are exactly what they need. They time it. They get an Aegis off of that successful fight at bottom while Secret are kept busy. And
laning phase where everyone was split apart and all their lanes were good, but now they're very rapidly going to see Highlight Die here that with all these blink daggers coming in, Secret don't really stand a chance if they split apart. They're going to have to group up more, and that's just going to be
gold at one point, but that has quickly ceased to be the case here as NaVi going the aggressive with a smoke. And Kezu
attempted crush. Kezu's phase shift is level 2, so lasted just long enough, but he doesn't manage to get away from that intense physical damage thanks to Corrosive Haze. They're on mid now with their 3 heroes. EP rotations. Silence. You have to be a little bit careful here. There is an opportunity for an instant stun if they get a coil and swamp at the same time. Pycat could be in a bad position, but General's there with the recourse. They managed to get a call onto MP, but he's too tanky. Now mid one right in the middle of all of this with the Stone Gaze. Pycat has to turn and fight, but there goes that Aegis, and there goes General too. The initiator's down. RMN's pushed away. That's going to be another form of initiation that's going to be missing for NaVi. Fortunately, they do manage to get the Ursa out with a quick blink after the Aegis revive, but it's still a nasty engagement. They really wanted to take that mid lane tower, but Secret denied them that.
On Secret, unless they're initiating on Puppey himself.
One of the things is they need some extra damage. Their initiation. General's trying to finish up a blade mail, but it's going to be swapped back here. Secret, well, but Kezu kind of blinks a little bit too far forward. General does manage to get off the call, survives for a while, but will still end up going down. No extra disables needed. More TPs out. Favors should be able to make it. Coil just half second late there. Kezu decently fast on the reactions from the bug catch, but
so getting Pycat and Aegis becomes a high priority for NaVi, but it's more about the how, not the if you can get it.
NP's in an awkward position here. He may be caught by these shrine rotations. Pycat's not going to turn around, though. He just keeps on marching forward. Goes for Highlight Die because RMN's the back line. They do also catch NP, but that Blade Mail is going to do a decent amount of damage. They've caught Highlight Die, but the Stone Gaze is turning them away from NP, who managed to get the swap back. Biver, a free pick off there. Pycat still trying to lay waste to the back lines there, but is going to be coiled up and now kited around. He will end up going down here to mid one as they turn. RMN also being caught, and Dendy, having very little impact in that team fight, was not able to line up a good Sonic Wave with such a disjointed two-sided fight.
Because that's the max respawn time, but it is that max respawn. That's where they will unfortunately not be so lucky.
Like it's going to result in nothing. RMN Gets his smoke pop. Now going to be swapped back by NP straight into a stun. Puppey activates the shrine, thinking, if the fight's coming to me, I'll need a little bit of extra HP and mana to work with. And now NaVi, with that smoke, thinking they were trying to challenge Roshan, have just given it away potentially.
Game continues to go south for NaVi, and that Roche could potentially be taken by Secret. They've got minus armor from Venge as well as Weaver. Plenty of damage output to kill it if they want to.
Cat's all in.
Right.
Got that tier 2, I guess.
TP out now.
Going to die for his sins. Well, maybe NaVi can get another tower off of that. They forced a lot of rotations with that.
Yeah, getting a tier 1 or something would be at least nice, but they've lost all map control. All their other towers, the shrines were starting to fall. It was NaVi who are losing their top shrine by Roshan. Before Secret's like, wait a second, let's just TP back and get these kills, but...
For NaVi are looking to be able to catch something because they know the Medusa is bottom, but they just can't quite get there, in fact.
And Medusa's already back now.
Now Medusa TPing onto the shrine. Secret will begin their turn. They're going to get some combo stuns here onto Pycat. RMN's going to interrupt that one. Does manage to get a decent crush, but now caught in a two-man coil. Kezu makes sure that two of them will end up going down. Biver going to be crippled. If they can defend this, they will have lost most of their map control. Maybe hard to gain that back. General's going to come in with his Shadow Blade, try to go for the back lines here with the Shadow Blade and the Blink Dagger, but they do have the counter vision. He managed to blink away from that one, but now swap back in. His initiation going to be total futile now as he gets right-clicked apart. RMN also going to be caught here. Nice activation of the shrine by Biver, while Pycat goes for some of the side heroes, but can't finish any of them off. There's too many force staffs, too many swaps, too many problems for him to lock down these very mobile heroes. And now Mid-1 just keeps on marching forward. He's got half the mana, still has Agent. Immediately goes and targets General first with all this damage. Good Sonic Wave. The backlines, Pycat does manage to kill Pylai Die. He now focuses on Kezu. Can't quite get him, though. Too mobile. And he's now locked in by the Dream Coil. RMN tries to come in, give him some relief. The Crush comes in a bit too late, though. 70 seconds on the clock for Pycat. RMN, a similar scenario here. General comes in with the Blade Belt, does manage to finish off MP. And Mid-1's running out of mana. But do they have the damage to finish him off? A little bit more of a juke, and they get him. Finally, General must manage to bring him down with the Culling Blade. They're going to pursue for more now with the Shadow Blade and Blink Dagger. Puppey gets spotted out. Shikuchi stolen by Biver, but Rose of Haze, Detso, and just sheer physical damage on Pycat. They'll blame that pickup, and this could be a finished up Ags now for Pycat. I'm not sure if saving for buyback with the Aegis is really
potentially gonna turn around a fight in your favor, so we'll see how Secret, they're looking to siege into an Aegis. I mean, that really shows how confident they feel their position is.
Those lightning procs are kind of rough. They are going to start going onto the Queen of Pain here, locked in, Scythe of Ice, as well as the Coil. He is going to get a helpful force staff there from Biver, and they activate the Shrine as well. They're receiving so much damage from Mid-1 and his Dusa with the Bouncing Lightning and all the Split Shot. They're all dropping low here. They need to activate another Shrine, going to throw back another Medusa Illusion into the real one, but it doesn't save Biver's life. He's now down for 50 seconds, and Secret have a numbers advantage. General needs to even this out. He needs to find the right kind of initiation. They're going to start going onto him with Pycat, but jeez, look at him. He doesn't do anything, and Mid-1 just ripped him apart. Now RMN somehow gets caught in the Stone Gaze. Pycat comes back, but they're scotting up. They're easily going to be able to kite around this carry, and I think NaVi, it's time to say goodnight for game one.
Yeah.
They are down with 3 heroes, no buyback.
That douche just like walked in, fighting into an Aegis, fighting with Cheese. That was 1v5ing with Bloodlust, with Lotus Orb. You can't touch Mid-1. You've got to find a way to get the backlines. When he's got all these buffs on him, there is absolutely nothing you can do. The time-lapse thing behind him, and does look like that puts General onto the off-lane Sand King in theory, unless we're seeing some kind of a core lash. Secret's last pick is going to be a more teamfight oriented hero in the Centaur. He's got the telekinesis, and it looks like this is likely to succeed. They're going to be running right past this observer. Puppey sees it's empty, and there we go. Oh, they're a bit slow.
Yeah, they were just... That coordination was not great. They still managed to hit the stun, though. Telekinesis pull back. Could they actually finish him off, though? They can't body block him, so there's no real way for General to be able to close that gap quickly. The dust is going to wear out, and a fresh invis laid down. They are going to try and keep going. Jesus Christ! All right, it's both sentries down and the dust. They did get that first blood.
Because of a strong dual lane down bottom with a Centaur. Like, Centaur bounty can't fight this 2v2.
there isn't really an obvious lane for Puppey to help. Perhaps the best one he could have done is perhaps top. Oh, mid. Skewer back. Mid one. Then Ghost Walk. Wasn't quite in the tower with that skewer. Really nice attempt with that telekinesis. A mid one. Yeah, he'll still be okay. That
Gonna be
dust
cut
coming
off
out.
here by RMN. Very low chance, but he might be able to get this kill. If he hits the stun, now has to pop the Diabolic Edict afterwards with the extra nuke or the Phase Bolt. They might still be able to get this kill. Puppey comes in, soaks up some of the damage, tries to get some return kill onto RMN. Branch there for a treat.
Nice move from RMN. Make sure he still gets the kill. And yeah, this lane's looking very good. Icat not exactly farming amazingly, but he's got 11 CS against what should have been a tough lane. And they're going for it again in mid.
Round 2, no TP here. This time mid one will just throw out the tornado and try and run back, but it looks like they may have the damage anyway. Pylai stops the last right click. Dendy, can you get it? 2 seconds? No, the shockwave's not going to be there in time. In fact, Biver may end up going down. Pylai is just beating him. A new one. Dendy, but stop that. So this time, Fort that dies.
Like how he even tried to empower the Rubik to help him get that kill. Just couldn't quite get it. Nice attempt from NaVi. And losing just his support for all those rotations isn't all too bad for them, considering the other lanes where they've taken the T1 bottom tower. They've almost got a kill onto Kezu. He's going to be forced to hoof stomp himself out of there. And with the stun coming up, RMN still wants this.
Well, he just happened to hit Puppey while he's in Biz too, so Puppey couldn't even get a whole lot of damage to RMN while they made that tier 2 tower. Maybe Secret are planning on, with this Bounty Hunter, actually getting an early lead thanks to the Bounty Hunter's presence, but it's actually been quite the opposite. Not managed to accomplish nearly as much as the NaVi supports. Now with a triple stun combination, they'll pick up Puppey as well, 4-1. MP, maybe, with a Sunstrike. RMN. Oh, his TP was just about to complete. Oh. It was so close, but not close enough.
And Viva does not have a TP, so do not see a good escape for him. Does have a telekinesis. Push MP back, but no TP still.
General, he would have to be there just to give Biver a chance, and he doesn't want to risk.
Yeah. He falls back. Now they're going to smoke up. They've got the level 6 on Pycat, so he may not have any farm, but they still feel like they can use this trio to find a kill, ideally on the Invoker.
They're not going to be able to clip Puppey with that one. They may still be able to bring mid one down. They'll hit the stun as the Chronosphere fades back, and there's going to be a lot of Secret heroes to be able to respond. Dendy does manage to get a really good RP, though. No turnaround, though. RMN is going to get burned out from the Ignite. Unfortunately, would have been a nice combo stun, but
not in the sense he's necessarily getting farm, but yeah.
yeah.
No, how safe he's. I mean, he's not dying because he's a void, but.
Biver, I'm sorry, dude. Your rotations, they're good in the beginning, but this time around, you caught 5-5. Are beginning to get a read on what NaVi's shenanigans are going to be in this lane.
To put pressure onto NaVi.
Oak, he still be successful. It's been popped on NP, but Pylai is in position to make a goal here on RMN. RMN has his ult out, so at least he'll get some damage in return. Might be enough to actually kill Pylai with the Diabolic Edict damage still going out, and a Shockwave coming in from Dendy of his rotation. They do get a turnaround one port for
farming anyways. He's gone back for an Iron Talon, going to be rushing an Echo Saber. He's going a more farm-oriented build himself, where he can actually dish out some good damage. And Cronus here at bottom, they've caught MP.
Oh, look at that, General.
Great play. Yeah.
It's the Caustic Finale creeps and finishes up with a Pro Strike, meaning Dendy's influence not even needed.
Has queued up the hood, though, so it doesn't look like he wants to rush into it, which means Secret are going to be playing like a very more slow-paced, farming-oriented game if they're not going for the blink.
If they do still catch Dendy, he actually tried to skewer up in order to get away from all this, but he was pretty tanky. I thought he was going to be good walking away, but he ends up getting his TP canceled, and now he's just lead them on a merry chase. Mid one will not be able to claim them out.
Yeah, the Stampede to help get. I don't know if he gets that Fire Blast off without the Stampede, so
get him during skewer, but not go that direction.
Yeah. You feel it, even if I guess if it landed, perhaps they would have committed more damage for it, but it did feel like they were lacking. And Void, Chronosphere up top, finds Kezu with RMN.
I think you're right in saying Avi have done good enough in the laning phase. They can push this advantage and better for you. Getting you some damage. They're going to be able to get the Epicenter combination onto Kezu. Kezu does have the Hood of Defiance, but this much magic damage is still going to overwhelm him. The Sunstrike comes in, unfortunately on the wrong target. General will be on to tank it, and lives through it all.
TP mid, they want their shrines. MP is camped on the high ground. General. Uh-oh.
General's going to be gone on. He's definitely dead. Dendi is still in the neighborhood, but not going to make the rotation up. I thought maybe we'd see some sort of RP, TP play, but...
Succeed in the late game. We may find this courier.
Radiant's courier.
He got it.
Yep.
Oh. Barely, thanks to this ward right here.
Yep.
Us not 15. NaVi are going. That's you counter to counter. What's the deal about that? But ulting Chrono.
Yep.
Epicenter being drawn up here. Here comes RMN charging in, trying to finish off with that Burrow Strike, but the Stampede comes in. Unfortunately, that plus 15 movement speed just wasn't enough. General's now been caught by the track, and they're going to be chased down. MP will go for RMN, while KheZu puts a stomp onto General. TP out from RMN will be successful, but that turnaround was big for Secret. Saber felt like a big change for a lot of strength here, but it seems like as time has gone on, it's been the Magnus who did it from the most. Pycat is going to be gone on here. There goes that Aegis. Secret are going to try and make another go here. Now, they do not have the stomp, but they will have the track to be able to keep up of Pycat. It seems Chronosphere laid out. He's going to go and try and get to the other side, but KheZu's on top of him. Does manage to get the link. And Pycat's TP. Cancel. Secret are finding pickoff after pickoff. They are managing to run NaVi around the map.
Really that out of it. They're just playing the slower paced game. They're playing the farm game. So it kind of appears, I guess, on the surface that like, oh, NaVi's doing more. They're pressuring the lanes. They're the ones who are initially getting more of the kills. But Ironman at top.
Sunstrike will finish him off.
Great combo. Yeah.
Biver does manage to steal the stomp that will lead into General hitting a stun as well, but KheZu is very tanky. He's got Hooded Defiance as well as a point booster. Biver's now going to be blasted down by mid one. Double kill for them. Also track kills going the way of Secret. General's now been spotted. Great tornado from mid one. He does manage to get a Burrow Strike TP out. Okay. They actually are getting kind of run around, and they got a lot of tier 2 damage there in the bottom lane. General's going to go for an Epicenter on a Pylai die. Now, this time around, it doesn't look like a Stampede will save him, but in the end, it's Pylai die. That guy's literally known for dying. He's okay. Pycat actually jumping forward away from the hood stomp. They're going to be controlled up by the cold snap, though. He's too far forward and gets picked apart. Secret. You take the Ogre, we'll take the Void every single day of the week.
That is a big concern. There's been a few kills onto the Lesh who really need some farm progression as well to turn into at least a pseudo core and be a bit tankier and hard to deal with. And NaVi may lose General as well.
Yep. Sunstrike, Meteor, mega kill streak for mid one. This Invoker.
Melissa looked like it was underneath the ward. Pilot actually teeped in up here. Oh, right, very close to
taking it.
Yeah, that
typical
looks to be the case.
MP, oh my god. All right, Biver's got that blink dagger. He'll send it back. He'll get the stun follow up, and everything is a-okay again in NaVi's mind, but that was not the ideal smoke for them.
And if the Golem finds someone, then Puppey can then go in and follow it up for a track, so you can really see the power of the Helm of the Dominator in use, and why Puppey wants to go for it on his Bounty Hunter.
Thought he could push into the dire jungle. Maybe that was miscommunication. Maybe he thought his allies were... One is out around the Roshan area, knowing that this is probably going to be part of the game. Able to get an initiation on a Pylai die, so one support picked off. The other one may not die here. KheZu actually managed to get the stun onto Dendi. Dendi invised up, but they do have the vision of him. He starts getting away. Nice Chronosphere. Pycat locking in 4. They're going to be able to get the Burrow Strike off that with the RP. 4 down from Secret. That'll open up Roshan finally. It wasn't Dendi who found the initiation, but Pycat who redeems himself with a game-changing ultimate.
Right, because of the way they were positioned in the Chrono, Dendi couldn't get that 3-man RP until that Burrow Strike came into play. So the Epicenter, the Chrono back up in 15 seconds as well. NaVi want to force this.
Mid one pops his head out. That is nothing more than a tornado to dispel that double damage that was sneaking on Pycat. They are going to try and come forward here. They do manage to hit the stun. Pycat doesn't actually get off the BKB fast enough, but he does have that second life. MP, he gets off the BKB his zone. He actually charges forward here through Navi's lineup, trying to go on for Biver here, but he does get that was a well-timed bash, and RP almost finishes him off, but Dendi does manage to hold on to it as the time lapse completes. Dendi with his Shadow Blade in a position. Nice double stun out from General on the Puppey, and Pylai die. That telekinesis is going to be thrown into Pi. They are going to get that 2-man Chronosphere. Now, Dendi still waiting for his opportunity to catch some of the cores. The supports aren't going to end up going down. Finally, the RP's laid out. It's going to be on mid one. They want to stop this big damage dealer. Another great burrow strike out from General. Hits Kezu as well on this side. Can they hit it with the skewer? They've got him. Bowls right into him. Kezu going to be stopped from being able to TP out. That will be a track kill for NaVi, since Biver had that one stolen away from Puppey. 4 down from Secret once again.
General's going for the epicenter bottom. He wants MP. He'll get him, I think.
No, MP, is that going to be? Oh my God! It's
so
the last bit of damage. He gets the time lapse off.
Oh yeah. They still won't have their big ultimates for a little bit of time, but these are like, now that we're kind of in the late game, like the RP, the Chrono, it feels like you use one, you win a fight, they're back up within the next minute or so.
Oh, another 2-man stun from General. He just doesn't stop. The skewer back on the Puppey. Freebie for NaVi on their way out.
They may just try Shrine up, wait these cooldowns, and go again now if they want to. When Secret's fight is completely reduced to next to nothing, the Invoker is really the majority of their team fight, and NaVi are ready to go again. They've got ultimates once more.
No Generals in here. Do they really want to make this initiation? They don't manage to catch Pycat. They do hit General and blow him up with a Meteor. Now, the ultimate's going to be laid out by Pycat. He's trying to finish off MP. Does he have the damage? No, the time lapse goes off again. He gets a bash, though, double bash, and he does manage to finish off. Kezu going to be caught by the Burrow Strike. Puppey's up next. Biver right in front of his face. Looks like they're going to be able to get that kill. Nice turnaround by Puppey. That's a track kill as well. But in the end, Rubik is the only one who goes down, and Secret lose 3. Again, choosing to fight into NaVi.
Can still force this one, knowing that the Centaur and Weaver are dead.
Can finish off MP inside this Chronosphere. He had a hard time last time with a Burrow Strike Epicenter coming in. That'll make it a whole lot easier. Pycat jumps forward, tries to go for more here, slowing down Puppey with the time dilation. Kezu helps him out. They're going to turn, try and pull up Pycat. They've got him. The BKB used inside the Chronosphere leads Pycat to his own death. Pursues out too far.
Yeah, we got it. Secret have lost their vision completely in the area, so I think just due to the map control concerns, it's not worth contesting, and you try and fight around your into Invoker combo. May cease the case though, due to these new pickups.
Mid one looks for another pick, but Puppey does see a couple of rotating heroes. Highlight Die is going to be jumped on by the Burrow Strike. They're going to be able to follow up that stun. Biver gets picked off in the meantime. MP still trying to fight this one out with RMN with his physical damage, and now a 2-man Tornado into the Sunstrike. Sunstrike not really hitting there. RMN used his own Yule Scepter to try and buy himself time, but he is still going to go down. But on the other side of things, Kezu is being very disruptive. Right in front of all of NaVi, does manage to disrupt them and keep them from pursuing the rest of Secret. And it looks like they're low enough HP. They can't actually do much here. Pycat's trying to turn. Does have the Aegis, but he doesn't really have the mana to back it up. He does get a time lapse off. Does a lot of damage, but has an EMP coming in. Pycat's just going to pop the BKB, hoping to save the Aegis for another time, but a Sunstrike, oh, a little bit too far forward. Mid one misses that one, but Kezu does manage to hit him with the Shivas. Pycat does get a little bit more distance with the time walk, but his silence comes out. Surely they're going to be able to get Pycat 25 HP. The Aegis stays alive somehow for NaVi.
Got 4 heroes down bottom who theoretically could take a 4v5 fight. They TP out
possible. They've got the vision. General sitting on the high ground with a ward.
They don't want to go on Pi, though.
Yeah, he's not the hero they want to go on. They do see Kezu here, and they're going to Chrono Kezu. Now, trying to blow him up inside of this one, make sure he doesn't get off the Stampede, controlling him as much as possible. Dendi tries to make his initiation, but immediately gets countered. Kezu's still alive. Now he gets off the Stampede. Disaster strikes for NaVi. Completely misreading how they could take down Kezu, and Dendi getting caught as he tries to make his second initiation. That'll be the Aegis, and that'll probably be a wipe here. Not sure how Pycat's going to be able to get away, especially without that Linken's. Gets instantly Sight the Vice, just like Dendi did. And Secret, huge win. Turn it into a push.
The fact that Sankin was just sitting on that cliff waiting to follow up the Chrono. They used Epicenter, Chrono, and the Leshrac on a Centaur they couldn't even kill. And now NaVi are going to be, with their back against the wall, lose their first lane of racks. They don't want to buy back Dendi. He's got that low respawn time, but
Secret may just go after this melee rack straight up to the top lane.
Mid one is so well positioned. He's always out of vision, never lets Dendi see him. Ever since that one fight where Dendi solo RP'd him, I think he's caught onto the fact that Dendi is just solely waiting to find mid one with an RP, and he stays so far back that even if Dendi manages to get onto him, it's like you've dived way past the main line, the front lines, and you put yourself in a terrible position where you're not going to kill mid one, so making it damn near impossible to get the RP Dendi wants.
Skewer, but there goes the time-lapse. Stampede also being used. Stolen Stampede on a Ags Rubik. That is a huge pickup.
Time from a very advantageous position. Puppy's got the Greaves. All the teamfight pieces coming together. Pilot even gets like a casual Aether Lens for some extra cast range to make sure he can get some of his spells off.
Well, they do get him with the Telekinesis and the Chronosphere, so NP may end up dying here, but here comes that damage mitigation. The Glimmer Cape trying to save him long enough. The bash comes out, but there goes the time lapse. Now Dendi, he needs to find a good RP to be able to save this fight, but it doesn't look like it's possible. Pikeout is also going to go down. RMN, his BKB wears out towards the tail ends of his TP. He ends up getting stopped by the Scythe of Ice, and now it's Dendi and General against the Worlds.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's going to be possible for these two hold.
General gets away from mid one, but yeah, holding this Rax looks damn near impossible. Secrets, like the support items, to me is what is winning every single fight. Having these Glimmer Capes, having the Greaves, the Solar Crest. The Solar Crest on numerous occasions has kept alive whoever's been Chronosphered, and it really has been the difference maker, the fact that Puppy and Pi have done so much.
Here comes that Epicenter, Burrow Strike just on the Puppy, and that's not even going to be enough to finish him off. General going to be Scythe of Ice, and looks like he should go down here. Dendi makes his way back to the fountain, tries to get a skewer, but can't actually latch him in time. And there it is, GG called from NaVi, despite a promising mid-game with all those team fights and big-time abilities. NaVi will end up losing to Secret. Best of 3, 2-0, and are